Hey guys, welcome back to the Prehistoric Life Podcast. And today we're going to dive in with our dinosaur of the day, Beipiaosaurus. Beipiaosaurus. So, this thing is absolutely insane. It is a very early therizinosaurid. And it's small. It is probably just double the size of a house cat. Like, I was actually flabbergasted when I saw the height of this thing. Look at it. It's got some height on a house cat. I'll give it that. But compared to a person, oh, let me zoom out and zoom back in. It's like half the size of a person. That it's I mean, wow. So this thing is about 7-ish feet long, weighs about 100. I don't know about that. It's about 3.9-ish, 4 feet to 110 to 155 pounds. This thing is tiny. I overestimated. I said 190. Wow. That is insane. This little fella is kind of blowing my mind right now. His diet is roots, not grasses, plants, ferns, basically anything that it digs up. It was found in China in the, I'm going to horribly pronounce this, Liaoning province in the Weizing Formation. It is a very small to medium, very low medium herbivore. Lived in swampish areas, forests, swamp shores. Lived mostly alone until time to breed. Used giant claws as a weapon. Named by Zhu Tang Wang in 1999. 2 individuals found, one with feathers. Ooh, so we actually know this bad boy is a feathered boy, if you wanna. And actually, because I already have this pulled up, we can see that this thing is not the earliest on the Therizinosaurid, technically speaking, but it's still relatively early speaking. It's not the earliest of arrows, but it is still fairly. It's a fairly new Therizinosaurid. It lived in the Aptian of the Cretaceous, which is about 121.4 to 113 million years ago, which is a long time. That's a very early Cretaceous. It's a genus of Therizinosaur theropod dinosaur that lived in China during the early Cretaceous in the Xingyan Formation. The first remains were found in 1996 and formally described in 1999. Before the discovery of Eurotyrannus, I forgot how to pronounce this thing, Beipiaosaurus, were among the heaviest dinosaurs known from direct evidence to be feathered. Beipiaosaurus is known from 3 reported specimens. Numerous impressions of feather structures were preserved and allowed research to determine the feather color, which turned out to be brownish. So this is actually one of the few that we know the actual colors of. They are relatively small sized Therizinosaurus, measuring 2.2 meters, 7.2 feet long, weighed about 27 kilograms or 60 pounds. In contrast to the advanced giants Segnosaurus or Therizinosaurus, the necks of Beipiaosaurus were shorter than in most Therizinosaurs, whose are characterized to elongate necks adapted to high browsing. Also, with feet configuration differs from Therizinosaurids, having a genetic 3-toed piece instead of 4, as seen in other members. The exact classification of Therizinosaurus had in the past been hotly debated since its prosauropod-like teeth and body structure indicate that they were generally herbivorous, unlike typical theropods. Beipiaosaurus, being considered to be a primitive therizinosaur, has feathers, has features which suggest that all therizinosaurs, including the more derived Therizinosauridae, to be Coelurosaurian theropods, not sauropodomorph or ornithischian relatives as once believed. So, like I was saying, this thing is a relatively new species. Like it is the proto Therizinosaur. It's kind of like their missing link, if you will. So, I mean, it is, take it as you will. And here's about the classification. So yeah, they kind of thought it was a sauropodomorph due to the teeth. Beipiaosaurus was first assigned to the Therizinosaurs in a very primitive position by Zhu et al. In 1999. All subsequent phylogenetic analysis have confirmed this assessment. According to the definition by Paul Sereno of this group, Beipiaosaurus is even by definition the basalmost member. So yeah, this is like the earliest form of Therizinosauride. We do know that its coloration is brown, which is fun. And studies suggest that the paleo environment of the Xingyan Formation involves seasonal climate fluctuation and was warm and humid, punctuated by dry seasons in which the environment became more arid. The average yearly temperature during the time of Beipiaosaurus was 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit, with relative cold winters for the generally warm Mesozoic era. A study by Wu et al. In 2013 concluded that the orbital forcing, which is the effect on climate caused by shifts in the tilt of the Earth's axis and by the shape of Earth's orbit, contributed to climate fluctuation of this formation. The Zhuyan Formation is well known for its great diversity of well-preserved specimens and its dinosaurs, such as the Tyrannosaurids Dilong and Yrtyrannus, the Dromaeosaurids Sino-Ornithinosaurus, Oviraptorosaurids, including Coleopteryx, Compsognathids, including Steinocaleopteryx, Avalians, including Confuciusornis, and non-theropod dinosaurs such as Piscotosaurus and Dogbytitan. Other contemporaries of Beipiaosaurus include ancient shrimp, snails, and slugs, as well as diverse groups of insects and fish, such as Lycoptera. Most vertebrates in this formation show a tendency to become arboreal, including many tree-dwelling birds and climbing mammals and lizards. The flora was dominated by conifers related to modern species that are found mainly in subtropical and temperate upland forests, with the presence of ferns, cycads, and horsetails. So this thing is very much so, like I've been saying, the proto-base Therizinosauride. It is the earliest of early Therizinosaurids. Well, not the earliest, but one of the first Therizinosaurids. But if you want to see more of me and my content, go check out my website, Prehistoric Life Podcast. From there, or prehistoriclifepodcast.com. From there, you can get my YouTube and my Instagram. Let's go over that real quick. From on my Instagram, if you go there, you can see that I post general content, have a lot of additional stuff. Overexposed. Yeah, so go check that out. Go give that a follow. I post regularly. Pretty fluctuantly. There's no actual thing there, but you can see like upcoming episodes and things like that. If you want to see my content early, go check out YouTube. I try to post 2-ish days in advance than everywhere else. Prehistoric Life Podcast, of course. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Until next time, I am your host, Eric Crawford, signing off. This has been Prehistoric Life Podcast, and remember, keep it prehistoric. Goodbye.